just got me. But anyway, Julian here. In this video, I'm going to talk about the top 4 reasons why I don't think CrossFit is the best option if you want to improve your body composition and your health. So stay tuned and let's dive in. All right, so before we dive into the actual reasons of why I don't think CrossFit is the best option for you if you want to improve your body composition and your health, let me give you a little bit of my background, okay? So over my life, I've owned 3 CrossFit boxes. I was a head coach and owner. I also got the title of fittest man in Venezuela in 2015. So that means I got first place in the CrossFit Open. And I also got top 50 in Latin America. Top 50 out of like 20,000 people. So I would say that I was pretty good at it. Just to give you a few numbers, I snatched around 265. I was able to clean and jerk about 335 pounds. I had 20 unbroken muscle ups. I have a sub 3-minute Fran. What else? And I had a 500-pound deadlift. Okay? So I'm not pulling these opinions out of my ass. I actually invested a lot of time of my life into CrossFit. And this is what I've seen happening over the years. Okay? So let's dive in. All right, so the first reason why I don't think CrossFit is the best option for you is it has a high risk of injury. Here's why. If you want to be good at CrossFit, and if you go to your average CrossFit class, you're going to have to learn the Olympic weightlifting. That means the snatch and the clean and jerk. And you're also going to have to learn a bunch of gymnastics movements. And all those movements, gymnastics and Olympic weightlifting, are very difficult. They require a lot of mobility in your hips, in your ankles, in your shoulders. And most people don't really need to learn about that. Most people that go to a CrossFit gym just want to look a little better. And honestly, doing a snatch, doing a clean and jerk, and doing some muscle ups or handstand push-ups are not gonna, make you look a whole lot better. There's a lot better ways that you could be allocating that time. Let me give you an example. There's a 35-year-old mom that only wants to, improve the shape of her legs. Probably she shouldn't be spending a lot of time doing snatches because that's not going to take her closer to her goal. Instead, she could be doing something a lot better and a lot more effective with the time that she has. Also, those movements, like I said, are very tough. They're very hard. They're not easy. And the chances of getting hurt are very high. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I've owned over 3 boxes in my life. I was head coach. And, I've coached over 1,000 people probably. And honestly, the reward of learning the Olympic weightlifting and the gymnastics is not worth the risk. So there's a lot better options that you can invest your time in to get the results that you want, all right? So let's talk about reason number 2. All right, reason number 2. CrossFit, honestly, is not the best allocation of your time if your goal is to improve your body composition and to improve your health. Like I said, I've coached a lot of people, and most people just want to look a little better. They want to lose a little bit of fat. Maybe the guys want to grow their shoulders, like a defined chest, and most girls just want like better legs and bigger glutes. That's about it. And most people don't have infinite time to work out. They have around an hour, a couple times a week. So doing a CrossFit class, it's not gonna take you closer to that goal. There's better things that you could be doing with that time. For example, bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is designed to improve your body composition. It's designed to grow muscle. And if you just want to improve the shape of your body, maybe grow your shoulders a bit, maybe grow your legs a bit, you could be allocating that hour of your time into a bodybuilding routine, which is going to give you a lot better results and it's a lot safer. All right, now let's talk about reason number 3. If you want to look good, if you want to improve the shape of your body, your health, you got to build some muscle. That's the only way to shape your body. Either if you want it in your upper body and on your lower body, that's up to you. But you do have to grow some muscle. And unfortunately, CrossFit is not the best option to grow muscle. Now, you might be thinking right now, oh, there's some top guys that have more muscle than you, Julian. But here's the thing. You cannot compare a top-level CrossFitter to me because I'm not a top-level bodybuilder. I'm just an amateur bodybuilder. If you want to compare the best in the world, then make the right comparison. Compare the best bodybuilder in the world to the best CrossFitter in the world. Who has more muscle? Bodybuilder, of course. Now, I'm not saying you're going to look like those guys because those guys are freaks and maybe you don't want to look like that. But this proves the point that bodybuilding is the easiest, fastest, and most effective way to build muscle. And if you want to shape your body, you got to build some muscle. And here's something really sad. You know, like I said, I've trained a lot of people. I've gone to a lot of boxes all over the world. And if you go to a box today, and then you come back a year from now, or maybe 2 years from now, if the same members are attending the box, most of them are going to look exactly the same like they did, you know, a year ago. And that's because, like I said, CrossFit is not the best option. So in a year, you should be able to get amazing body composition changes. You should be able to gain between 3 to 5 pounds of muscle. That's a ton of muscle. And if you do it over 2 years, your body's going to be completely different. You're going to be a completely different person. But sadly, like I said, if you go to a box, most people look exactly the same after a couple months or after a couple years. All right, let's go on to reason number 4, and the last reason why I don't think CrossFit is your best choice, right? Honestly, CrossFit is a really tough sport. I have to admit that. I did it, and it's hard, it's not easy. But like I said, if all you want is to look a little better, is to lose a little bit of fat, is to grow a little bit of muscle, you don't need to go through all the suffering that you go in CrossFit classes where you gotta do like 250 wall balls, or you gotta do Murph, or you gotta do Fran, and you're like exhausted to death. It's not needed if you don't want to suffer, if you don't like suffering. If you're kind of like a masochist and you like that thing, well, that's up to you and you can totally do it. But you don't need that to look great. It's not needed. So if you're a person that's into suffering, maybe CrossFit is for you. But if all you want is to improve your body composition without suffering a lot, then CrossFit might not be the best option. All right, so those are the 4 reasons why I don't think CrossFit is the best option. Now, I do have to admit something. CrossFit is a tough sport, and I don't have anything against the sport. In fact, I admire the best guys and the best gals in the world because they do things that are amazing, things that I could never even do. So I respect the top competitors. I respect what they do. It's a really tough sport, and it's hard. And if you like it, you can go ahead and do it. But I just want to tell you the things that I've seen over 5 years of my life that I've invested into the sport. And there's one thing that's really positive about CrossFit, because not everything is negative. Most people, when they want to get into a workout routine, struggle with consistency. And the good thing about CrossFit is that when you go to a box, you make a ton of friends. And when you make friends, they're going to push you to work out. And that community usually pulls you, and the chances of increasing the consistency on staying on top of your workouts is a lot higher. So that's something very positive. CrossFit usually brings people in and they stay practicing it because they love, hanging out with their friends in the box, and they love the sense of community. All right, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Those are the 4 reasons why I don't think CrossFit is the best option. If you like the video, don't forget to click the subscribe button. I think it's here or somewhere down here. Just click it and then click the bell sign. And if you're interested in improving your body composition, there's a link in the description where you can apply to work with me one-on-one. All right, that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Julian here signing off.